This is a story about an unfinished promise. This is a story about what happens when a nation breaks a promise. In 1947, when the British left the subcontinent and India and Pakistan were born, there was a region that did not want to join either side. Its name was Jammu and Kashmir. It was, and even today remains, a Muslim-majority region. But the Indian army entered the valley with weapons. They forced the ruler to sign the instrument of accession and made Jammu and Kashmir a part of India. And ever since, the valley has known only two seasons, summer and winter. Summer is when the flowers bloom in the fields of Kashmir, and winter is when the flowers bloom in the hands of the Indian army. That's how bad things have gotten in Kashmir. For more than 7 decades, Kashmiris have been demanding justice. The United Nations itself has passed resolutions promising them self-determination, yet those resolutions remain unfulfilled. This is a story that the world must listen to. This is a story that the world must know. Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. Hello and welcome to Gravitas Plus. This is the series where we tell you stories that matter, stories that impact you in ways you may not realize. We bring you the news from the front line, the stories that are being hidden, the facts that you won't hear anywhere else. Jammu and Kashmir is a beautiful place. Imagine snowy white mountains, deep blue lakes, lush green valleys. Most Indians visit Kashmir as tourists. They ski in the winter, they take selfies in the summer. But very few Indians know what lies behind the stunning scenery. What lies behind the stunning scenery is one of the most militarized zones in the world. You will find a soldier for every civilian in Kashmir. There are 7 lakh people living in Kashmir and 7 lakh soldiers keeping them under siege. And don't call it an exaggeration. The numbers are proof. There are 600 security personnel per 1,000 civilians in Kashmir. In the rest of India, it's 138 per 1,000. So you can see why Kashmir is called the largest open-air prison in the world. As you watch this, take a moment to look at these pictures. What do you see? Freedom, struggle, resilience. These pictures were clicked during the 2016 uprising. Back then, the unrest started after the killing of a popular rebel. His name was Burhan Wani. He was killed in a police encounter. After his burial, the situation spiraled out of control. People hit the streets. They were demanding independence or statehood. Some reports say that more than 100 protesters were killed in the unrest. Do you know how the internet is in Kashmir? Mobile internet services have been suspended for more than 1,000 days. Mobile internet is not just suspended, it is shut down. Since August 2019, when India revoked Kashmir's special status, people have been protesting. How many of them have been killed? No official figure exists. According to one estimate, more than 100 people have been killed, more than 12,000 injured. And if the situation seems bad, wait till night. There is something called the curfew, a nightly curfew. It has been in place since 2019. It says that no one can move out of their homes between 1800 hours and 7 a.m. If anyone violates the curfew, they can be arrested without a warrant. What about the rule of law? Forget punishment. Have the protesters even been charged with an offense? No. They have been booked under the Public Safety Act. It's a colonial law meant to detain people without charging them. No lawyer can defend them. No court can punish them. All they can do is spend years languishing in jail. As of April this year, 2022, more than 3,100 people were languishing in jails across India. Many of them are young men. Some of them are teenagers. What are they charged with? Mostly with stone pelting. You've heard of targeted killings. In Kashmir, they go beyond religion. Here, the killings are targeted at identity. This includes members of the minority Hindu and Sikh community, and also Muslims who identify themselves as secular. Who is carrying out these killings? A group called the Resistance Front, also known as TRF. Its ideology is rooted in Islamic fundamentalism. And while India blames Pakistan for the violence, Islamabad denies all links to the outfit. But the fact is, whoever is behind the violence, it is the people of Kashmir who bear the brunt of it. They say history always repeats itself. In 2010, there was an incident in the Indian state of Assam. 2 young men were lynched. Their crime, playing cricket in the street. They died on the spot. Now look at this picture. It's from the same state of Assam. Same story, playing cricket in the street. 2 young men were lynched. Their crime, playing cricket in the street. Now look at this picture. It's from the same state of Assam. Same story, playing cricket in the street. Now look at this picture. It's from the same state of Assam. Same story, playing cricket in the street. Now look at this picture. It's from the same state of Assam. Same story, playing cricket in the street. When such incidents happen, India cries foul. When such incidents happen, India cries foul. They complain to the United Nations Human Rights Commission. They condemn Pakistan at international forums. They slap sanctions on individuals and groups. But when it comes to Kashmir, the world's longest running and unresolved humanitarian crisis, the world looks the other way. Now consider this. Kashmir is a border dispute between India and Pakistan. It is also a humanitarian tragedy. It is also a nuclear flashpoint. Pakistan and India are both nuclear powers. They have fought 3 wars over Kashmir. They keep clashing at the line of control. One wrong move and the entire region could explode. But the world ignores this looming danger. Why does the world intervene for human rights in other places but remain silent here? Why does the world not push India to resolve the issue through talks? Instead, it allows the violence to continue. It allows the cycle of hate to continue. Last year, India was ranked as the most dangerous country for women. There are 94 rapes every day in India. Earlier this month, a 9-year-old girl was raped in Jammu and Kashmir. She was found unconscious near a park. An investigation has been ordered. But will justice be served? That's a question for the Indian state. But who will ask this question? In Kashmir, the threat of sexual violence is always looming large. Women live in constant fear. And unlike the rest of India, reporting crimes against women is not an option in Kashmir. Why? Because the police will not file your complaint. In 2016, 5 women approached the police. They said they were sexually assaulted during protests. The police refused to file an FIR. They said the women were not credible. And remember, there is no independent media in Kashmir to expose these crimes. The Armed Conflicts Location and Event Data Project, or ACLD, has documented the violence against women in Kashmir. Between January 2017 and May 2021, at least 61 women were victims of sexual violence in the valley. Remember, this is the conservative estimate. The actual number could be much higher. Violence and fear are part of everyday life in Kashmir. Schools are no exception. Every morning before they leave home, Kashmiri children pick up stones. They throw them at government forces, and when they come back home, they are not told to wash their hands. They are told to clean their pellet injuries. Pellet guns, that is what the Indian Army uses on protesters. These are small spherical balls. They are fired from shotguns. The pellets hit the protesters and remain lodged inside their bodies. This causes permanent damage. Children suffer vision loss. It's called white blindness. In Kashmir, 17 children have lost their eyesight to pellet guns. At least 6 to 150 have been injured. In 2016, a 12-year-old boy lost his eye. Doctors say he can get a prosthetic eye, but his family cannot afford it. His father is a fruit seller. He cannot afford the surgery. Years later, the boy grew up hating the mirror. He hated seeing his one good eye staring back at him. Meet the boy from Kashmir who hates his reflection. So this is the story of Kashmir. This is the story of an unfinished promise. This is the story of what happens when a nation breaks its promise. This is the story of Kashmir. This is the story of an unfinished promise. This is the story of what happens when a nation breaks its promise. This is the story of Kashmir. This is the story of an unfinished promise. This is the story of what happens when a nation breaks its promise. This is the story of Kashmir. This is the story of an unfinished promise. This is the story of what happens when a nation breaks its promise.